How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to the Cosmic Ray channel. I am your host, Cosmic Ray. If you're new to my channel and you like the content I'm providing to you, be sure to go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you do like it only. And of course, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out, on the content that I'm providing to you. And if you're also someone that likes to forget, like myself, and you like to be notified anytime that I do provide some new content, and of course, go ahead and hit that notification gear so you don't miss out anything I'm providing to you. Today, I felt guided to talk about energy for some reason, energy healing to even vibrations. Now, I probably won't go too much in depth with like vibrations in itself, because I could actually talk forever about vibrations. But regarding with healing energy, now some people have like what I call like the let's say the gift. Ooh, but it's more of to be able to feel these, at least feel these vibrational energies. And if you haven't had any type of like a Reiki experience or anything like that, and if you've never actually heard of anything at all, this is basically what I want to talk about. Let's go ahead and start off with just a little simple exercise and to see if you can actually even feel the vibrations or feel even your energy itself. Now, maybe not everyone's going to be able to feel this, but I will say that it's kind of like with most things in life. You have to kind of take it as a very new experience, like you're a sponge in a sense. So obviously, if you have a new experience with something, you don't usually have too much hesitation, unless you're like maybe jumping out of a plane and you have fear of heights or something. That would make sense. But other than that, just kind of take it as like a new experience. So with that being said, I want everyone just to go ahead and use your hands here. First, we're going to start off with our hands, just touching themselves. Okay, and trying to breathe too much on the hands because of course you're going to feel the coolness or from your breath. But I want you to go ahead and do from right here, like in your heart area. I want you to go ahead and kind of slowly move your hands away. But when I do, I want you to go ahead and do this. We're going to start off like this. I'm trying to move this away. It's okay. I know I have my own energy, so I guess it doesn't matter if I'm doing this or if I'm talking. Now I want you to slowly move away from your hands. Don't do it fast. Just kind of stick with me. Okay, slowly moving away. Slowly moving away. Slowly moving away. And you're like, oh man, this guy's so weird. He has hands like this. He's doing some weird stuff. No. Okay, so about like right here, about maybe shoulder width, maybe a little less, but like right here, you should be able to feel something moving your hands. Now that you've been moving it like this, looking funny, go ahead and slowly move it back. And don't do it too fast, kind of stick with me in a sense. Now, as you're going closer, before it looks like I'm being squishy in my head here, you may start feeling some resistance on your hands. You start to feel as if it's like two magnets that shouldn't be touching. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you're slowly seeing my hands, and you're slowly doing it with me, you'll feel there's something in the middle. You may not know what it is, but that is energy. And it's like you feel as if like your hands like won't touch, but of course you had them touch before, so you know in your mind you can do that. But just for a moment, you feel like you can't touch for a second. It's like when you have those two like horseshoe magnets and you're going like this, like and you go like this, like there we go, and it sticks. It's like one of those feelings, where like you feel something polarizing, in itself. And from this type of, if you start to feel that, you start feeling that, that resistance, if you will, you may have, the ability to even go into Reiki or learning about more about healing. And it's kind of a cool thing because you can use it to help heal people in many different ways, even emotionally or even physically. Now, don't get me wrong, you have to put some kind of logic. And I know you're like, well, Ray, putting your hands on someone like this, it doesn't sound logical. It doesn't really sound like something that would work, But sometimes the words heal people. You're not touching them. You're just using your words, right? Sometimes you say something very nice and profound, and someone's like, "Wow, damn, that just hit me." Well, it didn't hit you, right? It's just words. They don't hit you. So, you have to realize there's certain things as well as your perception of how things are, are said, because, you utilize little like labels or whatever to identify, and sometimes that's, kind of messes things up. Now, of course, when I said the logic part, now if your arm is, broken, I don't know too many Reiki healers are just like, and it goes, like a Gumby, like arm, like fixing itself kind of thing. Gumby, why do you even say that? Anyways, so you know, you have to realize if you're bleeding, you know, from your neck, I don't really know Reiki is gonna, you know, it's, you know, it's gonna like make you feel good. But I do know, you know, when someone's having like a bad day, you know, I do know that that helps. I know Reiki and also healing in general or healing energies can help with a lot of ailments in itself. So you may want to look into see what specific ailments it may be able to heal, and it may actually work differently for everybody. But this video, I just really wanted to kind of provide just a little bit of background, just a little bit of like an idea if you didn't know that you could use this to heal. And, you know, if you have like friends that you wanted to practice on, or even like, you know, kids, you know, yourself, you know, or spouse, you know, you can always, you know, practice on them too, or anyone that's, you know, willing. Now, of course, you know, when you first do it, you're like, oh, well, I can't use this energy, it's not working. Okay, well, it's not going to work like that. You saw how slow I was going, right? Just kind of feel out the energy. When you get used to this, you can harness the energy in itself. And I feel for me, no, everyone's different. You can do this different ways. One, you can always use it from what I call your heart center, like so internal energy itself. I always feel there's another way of doing it from using Mother Earth, using Gaia's energy, using the force field, the energy, you know, that the Earth comes up. And you can actually utilize the energy like you imagine it pulling up from your legs, going into your feet and up your body and then into your arms, you know, having come out. You can also even utilize energy, what I call divine energy. You know, people, it doesn't matter what you feel, if it's like, you know, God, universe, you know, collective conscious source energy, you know, one above all, many names, you know, I call it Frank sometimes. But you know, I do have my own little, like, I guess, incantation, if you will. Some people have other things. For me, in itself, I always say something along the lines of, you know, in the light of the universe, or in the light of God, or in light of whatever it is. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you already know how I feel about that. You know, I'm not, I may start using the word God now, but I wasn't normally like a religious type person that would actually use that word a lot. So it's just whatever actually works for you into that thought process. You don't even have to even use that. It's just, I find like there's different kind of source energy that just pulls down differently from this way when I'm pulling it. Not like just normal prana energy itself, but just energy for what I call divine energy. And it's like it only works when I actually say that. So it's kind of weird how, you know, words, actions, thoughts kind of like go into one. But I feel there's like different kinds of energy, and I get different rapport back from different people that say, oh, this energy is different from the other energy. Oh, this energy is way different from the other energy. And also I say if you are pulling energy from the ground or even from plants, I don't know if that's a little bit more advanced, but you can actually pull energy from plants. I will say if you do that, whatever you take, you got to give back. That's just my general rule. Okay, if you take from the earth, give back to the earth. I will say that when it comes to your own inner energy, however people say chi, ki, kai, I feel it's my own ichirin, my own resolve, my own you know, inner energy, inner strength, energy. When you utilize that, I feel like it wears you out a little bit more than pulling the energy from the ground or pulling it from, like, I guess, divine sources, if you will. And you know, so it's a little differently. And when they do Reiki, you're supposed to, you know, put your hands out like this, and the energy just flows to wherever it goes, you know, where it needs to in the body. If it's physical ailments, or if it's emotional, or what have you. Me, I stand up. I kind of do like, I kind of, sorry to laugh. I don't know if I should show you guys. Sorry, I feel kind of hesitant doing this, but so sometimes I feel like, you know, when you see people in the park, you know, they're doing like, you know, like Tai Chi or something, and then you got that friend, it's like, oh, Ray, you know, they're not doing Tai Chi, they're just a, you know, a drunk person, you know, on drugs, they're just kind of moving their body all slow function. But I digress. But you know, with me, I do slowly go over, you know, like this, over someone's body, and I slowly go back. Now, obviously, if you're like, then you're like, oh man, you know, all you're feeling is just the wind. It's not that. You know, you'll know. You go slow over. And when I do, I actually ask the willing participant or your client, if you will, you know, if it's okay. Now, obviously, if it's someone that's looking for this energy, of course, you know, that's um, you know, they're obviously a willing participant, so you're okay. But for me, if it's someone that you're just asking to try, I always, this is just personal, I'm not saying you have to, but it's personal. I always say, you know, I always like to ask, you know, okay, well, if I'm going to provide you this energy, you know, I would like for you to let me know that you want this energy. You know, I need to hear from you that, you know, like, Ray, I want you to please, provide me this healing energy so I can, whatever it is. Some people actually have an automatic block. Some empaths I know are really good at blocking emotional things and not trying to absorb other people. So if you are doing this for another empath and this is like your first time and their first time kind of thing, just let them know to kind of like let their defenses down just a smudge, okay, so that you can provide this energy. Because sometimes it's like that negative thought. If you're like, oh, this is not going to work, this is not going to work, well, then okay, well, of course you're not going to feel like it's going to work because you already had that thought that it's not going to work. You already set that intention. You want to provide good intentions. So remember how I was saying you put the hands out and the energy flows, whatever. If it's like your first time, you can always ask, was there like an ailment? Do you feel emotional this way? Sometimes you may have like a friend from work saying like, oh, I had a crappy day, blah blah, no one respects me, whatever. And sometimes they just need love. So I always say, okay, cool, I'm gonna give you some love energy. So when I do my little hand thing, going this way and this way, and I ask, is it okay that I provide, this love energy, to you? Are you open to this? And if they say yes, I'll be receptive, be calm. I'm gonna just relax my body and I just want that, good energy. Like, okay, cool. Just lay down, sit down, chill, kind of thing. Let me go and do that. And then depending on if they're laying down or not, just depending, me just even go like this, like as if I'm doing it on my shoulder, as if you're kind of do like an outline of a person, right? Well, usually I do my whole, depending where I'm pulling the energy from, if it's the ground, inside, or above, so sometimes I'm like, in the light of whatever, universe, source creation, what have you. And I'll feel like this light, like a different color light, just like come down. Like I said, it's different from when I do like yoga and do meditation, when I have that good prana energy coming through. So it feels different. It's like I always feel it's like some divine light, whatever that means to you. Okay. But it does come down, and then I have it come out through my hands. I slowly move it around. Now, like I said, if it's like a love thing, in my mind, in my heart, I already know what it is in my mind, right, or what they're looking for. In my heart, I have to feel like, well, almost like what they're feeling, and then I have to provide that just like ultimate love, to them. Like I'm actually just giving them love through my hands, and that I know that it's working. And I say, even in my mind, I'm like, I'm giving them love, please take my love, I'm giving you love energy. And I slowly, move it back and forth, to them. And they'll feel it. Sometimes they'll feel a coldness. Sometimes they even feel heat signatures. It really depends. Sometimes there are people that may not even feel it, but then afterwards they're like, dude, I just feel better. Like, I feel good. And then but for me, I'm more like, I always have to ask, like, are you feeling the energy? And sometimes they'll say yes, sometimes like no. And like, and there could be different blocks. Maybe they don't fully believe it, or maybe you're not fully into it, But I feel like once you try that, just practice, it's everything, right? You just got to give it a shot. um, so you go and you put your hands out, and you kind of always do it slowly, close to their body, so they kind of feel it. Obviously, when you're this close and you're like sweating, and like, just give me the energy, and, that's not gonna work. And of course, if you're already hot and sweaty and all like just bothered in general, that also it can mess you up too in what you're trying to provide to them. So that's also something to think about. I always feel that in order for it to work, you have to be in the good, proper heart, mind. Like you have to be just like everything is just like good within you, to give that kind of energy. I feel like I can't have like a bad day and someone wants energy, and I'm like, oh, okay, take that. Then that kind of actually transfers over. And if you're someone that knows about that energy, don't use it for bad. um, so there's also times where I've done a little quick side story. When someone's talking and have their back to you, right, and they're talking to like their friend, and like right behind. Don't do this, by the way. Don't copy bad stuff. But one time I'm like, shh, don't say anything, And they're just like talking because I'm seeing their back of their head, so I'm like kind of like gearing up energy. It's not like I do Hadouken, nothing like that. But I'll go like I'll do some, and I know this may be weird to some, but it's like my hand motion. Sometimes people have like incantations, in their thoughts, in their minds, and I kind of do like hand movements as well. It also works for me. And then I'll just, and they'll feel like this energy, like this little, what the heck, and I look around and I just like, oh hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey, how's it going, guys? Like I don't, like I heard like I didn't do anything, and sometimes that works. It's subconsciously they weren't ready for it. I don't feel like you should be doing that to people, so that's why I said don't copy bad stuff. Because I always feel someone has to be receptive to this, and if you are getting good at it, and I don't know, you don't want to try to like send the bad vibes or make someone feel weird, because you're trying to provide something good, an ultimate love or an ultimate, compassion, and you want to just provide that healing energy that was given to you or that was provided to you from Earth or whatever, how you want to call it, if it's, you feel it's like a gift, or, if you feel it's divine gift or whatever it is, that's cool. But whatever you feel that you're able to obtain this, I mean, this is awesome, to be able to do this to people and help heal them. I mean, we need more people to be activated to be able to do this. That's why I'm doing this video, really. I want to ignite that fire to those people who have zero clue they could even do this. There was a point in my life where I had no clue and I had to like wait for these little breadcrumbs, these little seeds that were planted, and that was slowly got in my mind. I'm like, wait a minute, I did this as a kid. Like what? Like, and like I knew I was able to do this, but no one could tell me what I was doing. They didn't tell me that, oh, this is real. But people would feel it. Like, what is that? Like, what are you doing? Like, like, what is that? So, I do that to people because their subconscious is not into it. If they're looking at someone they don't even know, and you just kind of just, right behind, like, what was that? What was that? I feel like there's like a hair like just dropped on them or something. But anyway, so I digress. A little story there. Um, so for those of you who don't know, and this resonated with you, and for those of you that don't, that's okay too. And there are people that do. If you actually look it up, you can see there's people that actually make money, on doing Reiki healing. So it is a legit thing. If you actually look at the history, this is from Japanese person back in the day, that's able to provide this energy, and they kind of realize using the inner energy itself, using the energies around them, and if you believe it or not, there's a toroidal energetic field that's around you, and some people say it's like magnetic and whatnot, and if you don't believe in electricity or anything like that, and I don't know if you have done this before, but sometimes different like light sources or antennas, like sometimes people can distort that. I don't know if you knew that, and they don't do it on purpose. If they're like right next to an antenna, like, dude, move your head, and you go like this. They're like, oh, it works, and you do like this, and whatever, the radio messes up or the TV messes up. I know now everyone's got like cable and whatnot and satellite. I was just like an example, old school like bunny ears. Hey, some people have HD antennas, so whatever. So that's something, if you haven't realized that you have that ability, then you might be a spiritual healer, and something to look into. And I felt guided to wanting to be able to share that with you guys, um, and to everyone, just to be able to see if that's something that sparks or ignites within you. And I know it was within me, and I feel like this is something I just want to kind of share to the collective, and to say, yeah, no, this is real. I mean, there's different things that goes around that, talk about different energy fields that people can pull information, even from like it was like not the MRIs but the EEG machines, and the other type of like medical equipment stuff. They're able to kind of check your brain without even like touching it, and they're just basically reading those energy fields that are you given out. So it's kind of nice. And um, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting. I believe I did talk about like when you give out the energy, you can also even feel the energy of what it is inside your mind and into your heart. So whatever you're trying to give out that energy, you want to think about it and have it in your heart, and you kind of fully show that that this whole compassionate love, that um, to be able to give that kind of energy to people. So so use it for good. Don't try to throw any like crazy Hadouken balls or anything to anyone, or some KO Kens or something. Anyways, so so that's it, and hopefully this does resonate with you guys, and if it does, let me know in the comment section. If it doesn't, my apologies. And this is not kind of like singling people out or anything. This is just, hey, just want to let you guys know, if you didn't know any of this stuff existed, that hey, that energy is out there. And there are people that can do it. If you haven't had that type of experience, and you're able to have one of those, and go get a session done. And there's people that do stuff. Oh, I do want to add a couple things. There are people able to do healing from far away. Um, it's kind of cool. So it's like, if I'm not at my house, I can do a healing where you got your house, kind of thing, and people can do that type of healing from a distance, called distance Reiki kind of thing. And there are people, if you check on YouTube, then people that do that, you may just do this and have some binaural beats in the background, which is awesome. Some people are really good, and there's also other people that you will see online that, okay, to me it's not crazy, okay, but I know to some it may look weird because you see some that are like like doing some crazy stuff, and they're like doing some crazy stuff with their hands, like, and look, as weird as that may look, when you may hear like the binaural beat, and it could be the binaural beat, but it's also what you feel like, look at their hands, or depending on what the session is about. Sometimes people say like, look at what I'm doing, kind of thing, or just, just kind of just be receptive, be open vessel, for this, accepting the healing to come. And when you start doing that, there's some people that do what they call coded healing, which you may see people go like do some like crazy hand stuff and do different things, and I notice some people are like, what the fuck is going on? What is that? But it does work. You'd be surprised. Some people can actually throw out abundance healing, money manifestation healings, love healings. There are different of like, finding someone, in your soul group type healings. There's different type of healings of whatever the healer is trying to provide to you, and it depends on what it is. It's kind of like when you do like incantation spells. It's what you say, it's your words, how you do it, what the love and effort you put into that, I guess, spell, if you will. Sometimes people use hand motions, to kind of just emphasize like the because we see dancing, sometimes see dancers, like, it's very powerful what they're using in their body, right? It's not just moving the legs and just doing little head movements. It's all in, like, in their expressive dancing and the art. When you see it, you're like, wow, that's powerful. Like, the expressions that you're feeling. Sometimes you get that when it comes to, like, ballet or whatever it is. Okay, not like I sit there and watch ballet, but just trying to just give you an idea that sometimes you see like the person in motion, you can feel like the energy, the expression, how they what they're feeling inside. And it's kind of like that. It's everything like all into one. So you see someone do some crazy hand stuff, like, sorry. and it works for some people. So and if it does, that's great, because anything you can do to help heal yourself, heal your mind, heal your spirit, and balance your chakras, and that's always good. So, and also you can do that too. People can use pendulums to help heal you and to find out where that energy, is that's needed. And sometimes they could do like a chakra balance clearing. If you're clearing out your chakras. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Anyways, maybe I should stop. So anyways, I would like to say, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video about healing, and just to be able to, and all this and stuff. When you do this is all vibrations, all frequencies, about healing energy. Energy is vibration, so vibration is energy. So hence you can always interchange the words around. Same thing, just resonating the same vibrational frequency as someone else, using the vibrations that are around you to help heal someone. If you don't know about that, please look into that, about vibrations, and about even with binaural beats, with the chakra system in itself. There's different megahertz frequency levels that you can hear. I will have to be doing a video on that, because that's going to take some time. So I'll have to definitely be doing something about music, movies, TVing, and comics. And trust me, they're all real when it comes to information. Obviously, I know there's movies that's fake, but there are important like lessons to be learned. And like I said, I'll have to do a video about that too. So if you do resonate with this content that I'm providing to you, like I said, please let me know in the comments section if you even had a Reiki healing, or someone that's done healing, or if you happen to just find out now that you're maybe be a healer. Let me know. And if you do, like my video, please go ahead and feel free to drop a thumbs up. I totally would appreciate it. As well as go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you know where to find me. And of course, if you don't want to miss out on the content I'm providing to you, go and hit that notification gear so you don't miss out on what I can throw at you that will resonate, hopefully even more. So, Cosmic Surfers, Cosmic Family, I love you. I thank you very much for everything that you are doing, and I do appreciate the fact you took time to watch this video. I'm hopefully trying to help uplift everyone's life condition, maybe open up your hearts, and your minds to just a whole new realization of life that maybe you may not even know that even existed, either in spirituality or just life itself. So thank you so much, Cosmic Family, Cosmic Friends. You guys take care. Thank you so much for your time. You guys have a good night. Thank you.